feeling we're finally going to set a deal here.
Well, I'd certainly say we are into the home stretch, wouldn't you, Ted?
Well, let's work out this one final divestiture, and TI should be the attractive stock option it once was.
I told you this trip would be worth our while.
Well, at the rate we're going, we ought to be back in Henderson before dinner.
Excuse me, I'll get that. Hello. No, not at all. In fact, I've been waiting for your call. I see. No, don't spare me. Just tell me what they found in the water sample.
This stuff has got to be pure dynamite.
You got it?
The guy at the lab said it was so hot he wouldn't even touch it.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I wonder why.
No.
All these chemicals are in our water supply?
Yeah, they all seem to be average, huh?
Let's see, average levels of zinc.
Chlorine, ferrous oxide. They're all average.
Sodium phosphate, ammonia, just slightly above normal. I wonder what he was so concerned about.
I don't know. Sonny.
What?
That's what he found in the water.
Cyanide.
You see McCleary?
No, he went to the edit room. He should be back shortly. What do you got?
Hey, only a front page article on Channel 6.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Search for 10 women to watch.
Yeah.
Contest to be sponsored by WBDM. It's perfect.
Now that McCleary and Kendall are finally working with each other, things are starting to get done.
Look,
What?
here's my name.
Ah.
As of yet, the first contestant to be cited is Miss Sarah Whiting, local singing talent. Quinn said he was going to do this. I didn't believe him.
Oh, congratulations.
Thanks. Front page, first name on the list.
You've got some good managers.
Oh, there's just Quinn.
Oh? But I thought Wendy was...
No, she's his assistant, but really not a very good one now.
Oh, I haven't seen her around for a while. What, is she sick or something?
No, she's out of town. Again, New Orleans.
New Orleans. Oh, she probably went down to see Roy Arnold, right?
Was there any other reason she'd go there?
Hey, you know I don't like to gossip.
Yeah, well, what?
Well, you know, I never used to pay much attention before, but ever since you mentioned Roy Arnold the other day, I've been hearing all sorts of things about him. Not very nice things either.
Really? Tell me.
Well, it seems Mr. Arnold thinks he's a real lady killer, Don Juan. And he's on this really big power trip, buying everything he wants, anyone he wants, if you know what I mean.
You mean like Wendy?
Put it this way. The last time he was in town, he wouldn't leave Wendy alone.
How so?
Sarah, he wanted to get it on with Wendy.
Is the feeling mutual?
I think whatever Wendy does is her own business, and I would strongly advise the two of you to shut your mouths about it.
I don't suppose that there's any possibility the lab made a mistake. I was afraid of that. Yes, thank you. I'll pursue the matter myself from here. So, how stands the fate of Turner Industries?
Ask the man with the calculator here.
Well, we're just about finished.
Ted, I'm afraid we're finished right now.
What?
That call. Something's come up with one of my companies. Very urgent. I've got to get back to Henderson immediately.
Why, Lloyd? What's wrong?
Well, one of my independents just handed me a plate full of trouble, and I now have to put in a personal appearance.
Gotta give him the old Kendall yell.
I just hope that's enough to take care of this situation, Liza. I'm sorry.
Well, we can work without you if you
Well,
like.
I understand that, but I would prefer to be in on this, if you don't mind.
No problem. I'll call you tomorrow, and maybe we can wrap up the rest of this by phone.
Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate your understanding, and thank you for your time, sir.
I'm planning on it paying off.
Good.
Yes. Well, it was nice seeing you, Liza.
You too, Ted.
Bye-bye.
See you soon.
Bye.
Take care. Talk to you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Lloyd, what's the trouble?
It's exactly what I said. One of my companies is in dire straits.
Lloyd, I know you better than that. It's not TR, is it?
Oh, of course not. I'd tell you immediately if it were.
Well, then what?
Liza, it's just nothing for you to concern yourself with. It is strictly business. I just need to get back there before it blows up in my face.
The quantities of cyanide found in each sample far exceed normal and acceptable levels. You know what this means?
Now, there's a potential threat to our health.
Potential? Sonny, look at this. The zinc and iron levels in here. Even if they're high, they wouldn't kill you. And look at this. The sample of cyanide that was taken 2 weeks ago. A little bit more of that, and we're talking bye-bye Henderson.
But there won't be any more. Our informant said the leak had already been stopped.
Yeah, but he also said that nothing was being done to prevent another
yes,
one.
but by that
No, that's
time
not the point. Look, the sample that he gave us was taken, what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
The cyanide level was higher, but it was still present in the sample that we took yesterday.
Okay, so we're dealing with a polluted well. But let's not forget that the city's major water supply is several miles away from there. And over that great a distance, the cyanide would either be filtered out completely or so diluted it wouldn't make a difference.
Yeah, you'd think so. Read this.
Levels of cyanide found in Henderson's public reservoirs, while not immediately life-threatening, are still higher than federal standards for human consumption.
Which means?
Someone is poisoning our drinking water.
Levels of cyanide getting any higher. We're talking about a major disaster here.
I don't believe this.
Sunshine, I think we got our first story.
No sense in starting out small.
Where are you going?
To the files, to dig up whatever I can.
Are you up to it? In that case, start with the industrial files. I want all the information you can get on cyanide. Also, all the information you can get on Lloyd Kendall's companies.
Hogan.
Sonny, somebody's companies are leaking cyanide into the water. I want to know how much cyanide a person's body can take. Check with the Board of Health. Find out if anybody's gotten sick from this stuff yet. And scrounge around and find any geographic surveys you can find on groundwater flow.
Okay, anything else?
Yeah. Welcome back, partner. Dateline Henderson. High levels of cyanide have been found in this town's water supply. Available facts point to amalgam as the possible source of these potentially life-threatening chemicals. Amalgam is owned by Henderson businessman Lloyd Kendall.
Mrs. Wyatt.
Cindy, out. Miss Whiting, I'm going to assume that you have no reason to spread malicious gossip about my daughter, so I will simply accept your apology now, and then you too can get out.
I wasn't gossiping.
Oh, I suppose then the question of who my daughter gets it on with is of real concern to you.
Yes, I guess.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I didn't mean anything by it. In fact, it's just the opposite.
Explain that.
Well, you see, if Wendy's in New Orleans with this guy, Roy Arnold, and I've heard so many terrible things about him, then it's only appropriate that I should be concerned about
Why?
it. Why? Because Wendy's my best friend.
Really? Seems to me I heard Caesar once said something like that about Brutus.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Channel 6 to sponsor Women to Watch contest. Here you go, little lady.
Already got one.
Uh-huh. That's right, right there, front page.
Front. Quinn, I am impressed.
Isn't that great? The station has mentioned 3 times, you by name twice, and Sarah, sorry, only once.
Sarah, why?
Oh, you didn't tell her?
No, we hadn't quite gotten around to that yet.
Well, then I'll do the honors. Stephanie, you are looking at our contest's first entry. The lovely, the talented Miss Sarah Whiting.
Ah, first on the list. How lovely.
Yeah, she's a natural, isn't she?
Certainly is a woman to watch and a friend to all.
Well, that's why I chose her.
I'm sure Wendy will be delighted.
I haven't told her yet.
Somehow I felt you hadn't. Okay, what's our first step?
Well, we're going to have some promos on every station break.
We are.
Mm-hmm. You know, tune into Channel 6, home of the Women to Watch contest, things like that.
And I assume you have print support, billboards, ads in the locals, things like that.
I'm working on it.
Are you working on who's going to pay for all of this?
Well, I thought we'd hit up all the sponsors. You know, things like Alfredo's Beauty Supplies, official hairdressers of the Women to Watch, things like that.
Like the Olympics. Very good. Okay.
Oh, and I thought, with your permission, of course, that we could have some stories done in the evening news.
Yeah, search for the 10 women to watch in Henderson, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, we can use that new guy. What's his name?
Bella?
Yeah, Bella.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad idea. A handsome man like that talking about the most watchable women in town is terrific.
Great.
Okay, you got it all under control. Just keep me posted. I am not wild. about surprises.
Right. Well, hey, you're awfully quiet for being the hottest thing to hit this town.
I just wish you weren't the only person who thought so.
Oh, I see the front page is not good enough for you.
Oh, no. Look, I'm really impressed.
And that's only the beginning, Sarah. We are going to go places.
You and me.
Yeah. This is the answer to a lot of dreams.
Mavis? Mavis, where's Evie?
She's not home yet.
What?
Maybe the bus was late.
You know what time it is? The breakfast shift at the diner's been over for an hour.
Look, I'll tell you what. Why don't you get out of those things and I'll make you some lunch?
She should be home by now.
Dan, she's a big girl.
She better have a good reason.
Hello, Mr. Arnold. Mr. Roy Arnold.
Same. Who's this?
Hi. My name's Sarah Whiting. I'm a
Sarah
friend.
Whiting? Well, you don't have to introduce yourself. Wendy's been talking you a storm all week.
Oh, so she's there.
Well, not now. Girls gotta sleep sometimes. What can I do you for?
Well, I was just calling to thank you for letting her come down and promote me like she's been doing.
Listen, the pleasure's been all mine. That man of yours is quite a gal.
Yeah, well, you know, she feels the same way about you.
She does? Does she? Well, that sly little filly.
Oh, look, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything.
Why not?
Well, you know Wendy being so shy and all. Oh, I mean, she'd be so hurt if she even found out I even called you.
You can take it easy there. I won't breathe a word. Now, I didn't know shyness was her problem. I wonder she's been so standoffish.
That's it. Gotta treat her special.
Like, how?
Well, I have an idea. When she gets back to town, why don't you come up for a little visit?
What do you mean, like a surprise?
Right. Keep it a secret. Wendy would just love it.
Well, I wouldn't mind it much either.
Great. Okay, so you leave all the arrangements to me, and I'll give you a call when the time's right. Thank you. You've been very helpful. Bye.
One hour and 15 minutes, Lloyd.
I beg your pardon.
That's how long it's been since I've asked you. What's bothering you? I'm still waiting for that answer.
As I recall, I told you at the time, strictly business.
Lloyd, all I want to do is help you. You're always so thoughtful of what I'm going through. I can tell something is really bothering you.
Well, you're right about that. There's a great deal more to it than what I've told you.
Well, tell me.
When we get back to Henderson, there is an extremely good chance that I'm going to be in a major confrontation with Hogan.
Lloyd, I thought we'd already been
Believe
through this
me, Eliza,
before.
please believe me. It has nothing to do with you. I promise you that.
No? Well, then what?
I can't go into the details right now. I just hope that you're going to be able to have faith in me when I stand fast on this matter. I know that you are going to want to believe Hogan. And I'm afraid that you're going to be quite angry with me. But I hope that you're going to be able to trust that there are reasons behind all of my actions, no matter what Hogan says, no matter what he thinks.
Lloyd, what are you talking about?
I'm sorry, I can't be more clear right now. But I beg you, please believe that I love you, and I would never do anything to harm you.
Everything you ever wanted to know about well water, water pollution, the city water supply, and watering the plants.
Great. Now read all that and summarize it for me on 2 index cards.
Cute.
Industrial waste reported by the municipality of Henderson, fiscal 84-85. I think I've read this one already.
The unabridged version?
Ooh.
How's it going?
Not too bad. I'm almost finished with the article. Take a look.
Ooh.
What are you doing?
A service to you and our readers. That's not a news story, McCleary. That's an indictment of Lloyd Kendall.
Well, considering that he's poisoning our water supply, I think it deserves one.
We don't have any proof of that yet.
We've got water samples containing high levels of cyanide, don't we?
So what?
Cyanide just happens to be a byproduct of a chemical combination used by amalgam, which just happens to be near the water supply and also happens to be one of Lloyd Kendall's companies. How much proof do we need?
Other companies in the area also use those chemicals.
Yes, but they're not that near the water supply, and they certainly don't use them in that quantity. Why are you protecting him?
I'm protecting you. If you took the time to research this, you might find out it's not Lloyd.
Oh, it's Lloyd, all right. It's typical Lloyd. Covers up a toxic spill, pays off some EPA officials. He probably figures he's insured for any deaths or lawsuits that occur from this.
I see. And where are the affidavits you're citing? Or do you have witnesses?
I know it in here, Sonny.
That's not good enough. This is a newspaper. We deal with facts, not personal feelings.
Don't tell me how to do my job. There's such a thing as a hunch.
You can't print hunches.
Look, what's gotten into you?
What's gotten into you? What you're doing is not only libelous, it's unethical. You don't have one shred of evidence against Lloyd or his company, and yet you're willing to condemn him. Why? Because he's still in love with Liza?
Because he's committing murder. You're so busy protecting your old pal, you don't see it.
Where's your proof?
Oh, the hell
Larry?
with proof.
I don't understand why you're doing this. Has trying to hold on to Liza done this to you?
Look, I'm trying to write an article.
No, you're using it as a weapon against Lloyd to win Liza.
You're out of line.
All I know is you never would have done something like this in the past.
Sorry to disappoint you.
Well, you have. You used to be too good for something like this. You had too much integrity. That's what made you such a terrific writer, and that's what made me fall in love with you.
Lacked polish.
And facts.
Yeah, that too. Look, I still know that Lloyd's behind this.
That remains to be seen.
I'll get the evidence.
Quinn's not here right now. I'm Sarah White.
I know who you are.
Oh.
You were wondering whether I overheard your phone call. I did.
How much?
Enough.
Well, it's only because Wendy's my friend.
Oh, I don't think I follow.
Well, I really care about Wendy. I don't think that Quinn does, though. I don't really believe that he's the right guy for her.
I see. You don't want her to get hurt.
Exactly. And I have nothing to hide. You can tell Wendy what I was doing.
No, why ruin a nice surprise? I enjoy watching matchmakers work.
Look, Wendy knows exactly how I feel about it.
Oh, I believe you. Question is, though, does Quinn know how you feel?
What do you mean?
Well, you want him for yourself, don't you?
Well, yes, I'm in love with him. Is there anything wrong with that?
I don't think so.
Good.
You know, as a matter of fact, I'm a little concerned about Wendy myself. As far as I've seen, I agree with you. Quinn McCleary is not the right man for her.
Oh, yeah, how would you know? You don't even know Wendy.
Well, actually, her mother and I are quite close.
What does that have to do with her?
You know, I used to be a lion tamer. I can always tell when a cat is about to reveal her claws.
Are you saying you're going to tell on me?
Why? There's no reason to. At least for now.
Tests are being done to determine which company is responsible for the cyanide leak. This will narrow down the field of offenders to just one.
You might also want to add that cyanide is used in the extraction of silver, a process employed by at least 8 different companies located in Henderson.
For your approval?
Well, look at this. Alarming, informing, and hey, it's even accurate.
Save it, Adamson.
I'm only protecting our jobs, McCleary. Facts do tend to stand up a lot better in court than
Well, you're just not going to let up, are you?
Are you?
Not until I get Lloyd, no.
Oh, I think I better take this to the printers before you change your mind.
Is there anything I can say to change your mind?
Great. Save me a phone call.
I understand you have some information that you think concerns me.
Yes. And if you have a quarter, I'll get you a copy hot off the presses.
Believe me, if you know what's good for you, you won't print that.